If you've been following Bitmine, Bmnr, two storylines keep colliding. A. Corporate mechanics. Should we raise authorized shares from 500 million to 50 billion? And B. Market mechanics. Ethereum goes up, so the stock goes up. Those two threads explain almost everything you need to know about the fight between bulls and bears right now. The vote to increase authorized shares. What's actually happening? Bitmine asked shareholders to approve an enormous increase in authorized shares, from 500 million to 50 billion. The company says the vote result will be announced once counting finishes, possibly at the shareholders' meeting. That timing matters because the outcome shifts the company's toolbox. Why does this matter? Because authorized shares are the legal ceiling the company can issue without another shareholder vote. Increasing that ceiling doesn't automatically dilute existing holders, but it gives the company the ability to dilute massively later. Lee's case. Why management wants this flexibility? Lee, management, argues the vote helps Bmnr raise capital in public markets via at-the-market ATM offerings. An ATM program allows the company to sell newly issued shares directly into the open market across time. It's a flexible funding tool, not a single lump sum, and often used by companies that want to opportunistically sell into strength. Make opportunistic investments. With permission to issue a lot more shares, management can bid for acquisitions or minority stakes quickly, without the delay of calling another shareholder vote. Execute stock splits. If the board wants to split the stock 10:1, for example, they need enough authorized shares to effect the split. Lee's thesis. Give management options to raise capital when the price is attractive, then deploy it to buy ETH or make strategically accretive buys, or split the stock to attract more retail liquidity. Quick reality check. Flexibility is not equal to discipline. That toolbox is powerful, and the market will price the stock assuming management will sometimes use it. The central debate becomes, will they use it wisely, buy ETH at a discount, invest in revenue-producing assets, or will the company dilute at poor prices and erode per-share economics? By the way, if you are getting value from this video so far and want more like this, please like the video, it means much to us, and hit the subscribe button, and comment the word more. Just go ahead and type the word more so I know. Now that you have commented, let's continue. Why Ethereum's price is the single biggest lever on Bmnr. Put bluntly, Bmnr is heavily exposed to Ethereum. That means the stock behaves like a leveraged ETH play with some operating activity, staking, software, Maven, layered on top. Technically, we've seen technical chart analysts point to an inverse head and shoulders on Ethereum's weekly chart that targets roughly $4,000 if the pattern completes. In plain English, chartists have found a bullish formation that many traders believe often precedes a meaningful rally. That formation alone does not guarantee a move to $4,000, but if ETH does get there, it materially increases Bmnr's balance sheet value. Bottom line, ETH rallies, Bmnr NAV, and headline market sentiment often rallies with it. ETH stalls, Bmnr volatility and narrative fights intensify. Why timing and price at issuance are everything. Fiscal discipline. There are two brutal math phrases investors hate. Issuing shares into strength, when stock trades above NAV, is accretive if proceeds by assets that appreciate or yield reliably. Issuing shares into weakness, stock below NAV, without redeployment into equally valuable assets is dilutive. If Bmnr raises $779 million by selling shares at $31.16 while NAV per share is $32, the issuance price is slightly below NAV. The effect on NAV per share may be small at that scale, but large repeated raises at sub-NAV prices compound dilution. That's why many commenters obsess over fiscal discipline. How much, when, and at what price the company issues stock. Discipline equals issue when stock is at premium or when the proceeds can be redeployed to something with equal/higher immediate value than ETH would have provided, and communicate a clear plan for those funds. The real world of capital allocation, if not ETH, then what? You may ask, if Bmnr does not spend 100% of the cash to buy ETH, what will it buy? Lee hinted at opportunistic investments and even named potential targets, Beast Industries and others in the company's universe. That can be good or bad. Good. If these investments produce recurring revenue or allow Bmnr to charge for immersion services or staking, they can be worth more than simply buying ETH. That's true especially if the ROI, internal rate of return, on those investments exceeds the expected ETH appreciation plus staking yield. Bad, if the investments are noisy, poorly integrated, or value-destroying, or if the company pays overpriced because market M&A is frothy, then the company effectively trades ETH upside for mediocre hopes. The three things that really matter, repeated because they're that important. Fiscal discipline, timing and price of raises. Are raises done at premiums or discounts? How often? Is there a formal capital allocation policy? Repeated raises at poor prices erode long-term per-share value. Capital allocation, where the money goes. 100% redeploy into ETH preserves ETH per share. Anything else must generate greater returns than ETH and staking to justify the trade. Ethereum spot price, the macro lever. Bmnr is built on ETH. If ETH rallies to $4,000 or beyond, that balance sheet swing drives headlines, analyst math, and literally the majority of Bmnr's asset value. If management nails the first two and ETH cooperates, the stock can re-rate quickly. If any of the three fail, the stock stays volatile or falls further. Note this as well. Daniel 7 verses 25-27 tells us, "And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws, and they shall be given into his hand until a time and times and the dividing of time. But the judgment shall sit, and they shall take away his dominion, to consume and to destroy it unto the end. And the kingdom and dominion, and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven, shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High, whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and all dominions shall serve and obey him." Want more information about the books of prophecy? Please check the description section. That's the end for now. If you have watched until the end, drop a comment like this: "I stayed until the end." Just comment that I stayed until the end. When I see this comment, I will give you a heart. 3 more favors I request from you. First, like this video, subscribe, and then turn on the notifications bell. If you do this, you greatly encourage us to continue bringing to you more insightful videos. Do not miss out on our future videos. All I am asking is your subscription. Thank you for joining me today. Your support means so much to us. Do not hesitate to share this video to help someone who may benefit. I recommend that you watch the next video, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts about today's video. Wish you God's love.